Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Humna and I create content connected to art, healing and spirituality. Three things that I'm extremely passionate about teaching, sharing and talking about because they've helped me heal my childhood trauma, understand my journey, become the person that I am, and be in complete present moment. So today I wanted to share a little exercise with you guys. This is something that keeps me afloat. I'm not gonna lie. For the past many years, when life feels a little disoriented or lost or shaken, I pick up my book of Allah and I ask him for a name that could guide me towards the wisdom of that name and be able to help me get through whatever it is that I'm going through. And I'm not lying when I say this, that every single time, and I'm not very young, so you can imagine, like, every single time in the many years I have done this, I have turned to Allah to guide me with a name. He has given me the best name that I had needed in that moment for my well-being. And yesterday I picked a name which was Ya Wajid, and I sat down to do my meditation. And I always feel that when the time is right, he will make me share it on my channel with others also, so they can benefit from the exercise. So as you can see, I take very small sheets of paper. They're literally 4x6 cards, like postcard size. And I always like to have a border. Now the border is really important because what it does is it holds your gaze to the sheet of paper. It brings you inwards towards that what you'll be creating, so that your focus can be increased. And in a time where our focus is like everywhere and we're very distracted, the border helps to hold you. And it's generally 0.5 centimeters that I recommend, and I always try to do two, just to kind of give it a nice finished edge. And I'll take you through the whole process, guide you, and towards when you start writing the name Ya Wajid, you can also listen to it as a way of meditation. Now, using the compass, this can be done. You can make a circle anywhere on the sheet of paper. It doesn't have to be where I am doing it, wherever your heart desires for you to do it. So just create these circles of 0.5 centimeters. Again, I try not to measure. I don't try to be perfect. It's not about trying to be something. It's just allowing the piece to evolve and come to life as it wants to or needs to from the inside of me. So I don't let my brain hold limitations as to it needs to be this centimeter and that centimeter. But this size gives me enough space to write the name many times, so that it sort of ingrains through my eyes in my heart. I am a visual learner, so and if you are too like me, then sometimes just saying the word Ya Wajid is not just enough. It is, when we look at it, when we write the words, when we look at the alphabets, every alphabet is a word that describes the Creator. So every alphabet is speaking about light. And so every time you write the name of Allah, it is the light of Allah that you are acknowledging through your hands, and then it seeps into your eyes and awakens your soul. There's a beautiful process that happens when you write the names of Allah instead of just verbalizing them. Because if you think about it, it's just your hearing and your speaking that is activated through the voice and the sound and the ears is all about hearing and speaking. Whereas when you're actually seeing it, creating it, writing it, your eyes are in total devotion and submission. Your body is sitting there creating something out of nothing. And so using that understanding, when you write the word down, Ya Wajid, as you keep doing that, keep your hands steady, keep your eyes on the sheet of paper, and start your journey with Ya Wajid. And as I speak, allow the words to guide you, increase your understanding about what this name truly means. Ya Wajid, the one who knows when to initiate, for he alone can give refuge to every single thing, who he chooses to give life to and who he chooses to give death to. For he is the perfection of everlasting life. All others will end, but not him, and hence his existence is beyond and before time and space. When we let that sink in our hearts and allow our minds to let go of all that it knows to be truth, we let this truth of Allah to become our focus. That what drives us, connects us, and experience Him in all of existence. Ya Wajid is connected to the word wujud, which means existence. The only one that will exist ever and always is Ya Wajid, and the acknowledgement that He exists in all the hearts, minds, veins, blood cells, in the mountains, in the skies, in all the animals, in the tiniest of the hair follicle, in the food that you eat, in the food that you release, in the blood that comes out of you when you get a cut or when you have your periods as a woman, in the cries of joys and in the cries of pain, in your suffering, in your happiness, in your emotions, in your words, in your smile, in your eyes, in your heart, in your bones, in your actions and in your thoughts, in the stars, in the moon, in the sun and the heat of the sun, in the fire that burns away everything, and in the fire that warms the food that nourishes you. He is in the storms, He is in the calm, He is in the chaos, in the wars, in the light, and in the darkness. His wujud is in all. When this name sinks into our system deep within, then we recognize Him and His existence in everything, everywhere, and in everyone. That feeling of His existence taking over you is the ecstasy. He is the only source of ecstasy that like a drug takes over you. And once you know one of His names, one attribute, you want to know more and more and more about Him. You start getting curious about your Creator when you really get to know Ya Wajid. He is in all. He is all. That is when you experience the ecstasy of His presence. That is all that there is. Just the fact that He is allowing us to write His name, the many times that we are choosing to in this moment, is Him who is holding the hand that is moving, allowing your eyes to see the alphabets come to life. It is He who is choosing you to feel His existence through that what you are writing on the sheet of paper. Your whole being, everything inside of you, everything outside of you, is a proof of His existence, of His wujud. Just the fact, just the fact that He is allowing you to watch this video, to do this exercise, to sit with the name Ya Wajid is one of His biggest mercies. In this moment, the whole being starts feeling gratitude towards Ya Wajid. For it is only Him who chooses when to make His wujud visible enough for you to experience Him through that act, through that creation of His that surrounds you. He opens your world to realizing that He is Ya Wajid, the one who is in this moment reminding you that He provides from limitless resources, for He Himself is limitless. He sends you gifts and miracles, so be ready and prepared to accept and receive that what He is sending you in this moment. Open your heart, allow it to dance in the unknown with certainty and courage, with strength and most importantly with Him. Dance in the feeling that all is Him, that within you, the way your body moves, the way you smile, the way you are, is all His existence. For if it wasn't for Him, you could not be doing that what you are doing in this moment. You could not be blessed with being in this world if it wasn't for Him. It is His mercy and love that He calls us His, and that we belong to Him. What that really means is that He alone is our caretaker, our guide, our protector, our teacher, and He alone will help us to stay on His path, because He alone gave us Ya Wajid, that speaks of His wujud in all. Because you see, it is the wujud of His that helps us remember Him and crave connection to Him through everything that exists. We carve our way back to Him because we see His wujud in everything around us and in us. Every time we feel lost, disconnected, broken, shattered, we know His existence is in all, because all is Him. For we feel His presence in our sorrows, because His wujud is there when we are in pain. And that understanding of His wujud being in all gives us courage to come out of any situation, because we know that His wujud will direct us back to life, back to light, back to His love. Ya Wajid holds you in a way life becomes a dance, and we dance our way with Allah back to Him. For to Him we belong, and to Him, InshaAllah, we will return. By writing this name down, we connect to His wujud, Him being around us, in the way we see, in the way we speak, in the way we hear things. When we understand Ya Wajid, we understand all of existence is only and only Him. Through anything and everything that you see around you, it is Him speaking to you. He wants you to open your eyes and look up at the sky. Look at the peace it gives you. When you look at somebody He wants you to see Him in their heart so that you are able to see the good that is in their soul. Allow yourself to see Ya Wajid in everything and everyone, for that is who He's reminding you that He is. Every single human being was created by Him. Every single grain of grass was created by Him. Every bird was created by Him. Look at His creations, connect to them as a form, as a way of remembering His existence, remembering Him. When you remember your Creator as Ya Wajid, you recognize Him in the sounds of the bird, in the movement of the sun, in the waves of the ocean. All that you see is Him. And when that truly starts happening over and over again, you start connecting to all of creation. You start talking to the waves. You start talking to the birds. You start talking to the air that touches your hair. You start looking at every single person who comes into your life or goes away from your life as a way that Allah is telling you, I am the one who is in everything. So that person who's coming in your life is from me. And that person who leaves is also a gift from me. He is who holds us. He is who heals us. He is who guides us. He is the one who loves us the most. So when you go deeper into the name Ya Wajid and write it down over and over again, in however you want to, however format you want to. This is just a basic thing that I practice, which helps me to become mindful of my Allah. It slows me down, it calms my nerves, and it has had a huge impact on my mental health. Doing this activity has really brought me home to myself, to understand that in my heart is my Allah. When we connect to Allah through our heart, we recognize that He speaks to us through our heart, through our intuition. He guides us towards that what He created us for, which is our purpose of being. He guides us towards things that we can do to bring more peace in our lives and in the lives of those that surround us. When we look at Ya Wajid, we understand that nothing could exist without His will. So there is no bad. All there is Him bringing you closer to Himself through whatever it is that you've gone through. He does not give pain. It is the pain that we feel in ourselves to turn back to Him. It is pain that helps us remember the one who is able to take that pain away. The pain is only to help us become aware of the Malik that He is. As you practice this art form with different names, you really connect to His existence and His presence all around you. I started doing this some years ago when I was going through the loss of my mother's death. It had left a massive void in me, and I did not know how to fill that void because there was deep emptiness in my being. I took a piece of paper and I started writing the names of Allah. And I haven't stopped since then, and it has been a very long time. It was something that I did just for my own mental health. But then I realized it had such a deep impact on me, and I started sharing it with other people. If that is something that you'd like to do with me, I run weekly sessions on Friday, 11 a.m. UK time, through Zoom, and you can join in from anywhere in the world if you too want to build a deep connection with your Creator through His names and the ayat of Quran. It's a really profound exercise and a way to connect to Allah, to have your head in submission, to have your eyes in devotion, to have your heart submitted completely to Him and give time to Allah so that you can get to know Him better. You can listen to His message. You can do art. You're able to learn how to speak your truth, feel safe and held with the people who join in the session. You meet new people, you connect to your soul, you allow yourself to be creative, and most importantly, you get ready for your akhirat. For that what your hand writes is the name of Allah, and that name is written by the alphabets that help you bring more light in your life. If this video in any way helped you, leave me a comment, connect with me. You can follow me on Instagram or TikTok. If you want to book for a one-to-one session, you can do that too. I look forward to connecting with you. And if you feel like you want to do this exercise on your own, you can also join my Patreon, where I share all my sessions with everybody. So like myself, they too can connect to their own soul and live a life of purpose and meaning. My details are given below so you can have a look at them. I'm sending you lots of love, light and peace, everyone, today and always, inshallah. Take good care of yourselves, and may His presence be with you forever and always, inshallah.